Hello and welcome back. So in this lecture, we are going to implement the functionality where we are going to find a hotel by its ID. So let's go to VS Code, and from here, first of all, let me remove this route handler function. We are going to create it inside hotelscontroller.js. So there, I'm going to create a new method and I want to export it. So I'll say exports dot, and let's say the function name is going to be getHotelById. Okay, and to this, let's assign that route handler function. Now I will remove this line from here and I will also remove this line. So what we want is based on the ID which we are going to receive for the ID route parameter. So here for this ID route parameter, we are going to receive a value. Based on that value, we are going to search for a hotel object in this hotels.json file, basically inside this hotels array. And if we find any hotel object with that ID, we are going to send it in the response. So let's implement it step by step. So in the first step, we need to read the ID route parameter value and convert it to number type. Because as we learned in the previous lecture, when we are reading the value of a route parameter, it is always read as a string value. So we also need to convert it to number type. Okay, and for that, for reading the ID route parameter value, let me go and let me create a variable. I'll simply call it as ID. And to read the value of ID route parameter on the request object, we have a params property, which is going to store an object. And in that object, we will have ID value. So we are going to read the value of that ID route parameter, that ID property. Now, this ID property, it is going to return us a string value. It is going to return us, let's say we are passing 5 as the value for the ID route parameter. So it is going to return us this value 5 as a string value. So we also want to convert that string value to number type. For that, we have several ways. One of the way is you can use plus operator in front of that. And what it will do is it will convert a string value to number type if it can be converted to number type. So for example, here the string value 5 can be converted to number type. So it will be converted to number 5. But if you have a string value, let's say something like test, since it cannot be converted to a number type, in that case, it will be converted to NaN, which stands for not a number. So this not a number, it is also a numeric value in JavaScript. So while type coercion, if a string value cannot be converted to number type, it will be converted to NaN. This is also important to understand. And some of you might ask, how can this plus operator can convert a string value to number type? Well, for that, you need to understand the basic concept of JavaScript. So in JavaScript, when you use an arithmetic operator on any string value or on any Boolean value, it tries to convert it to number type because we use arithmetic operators to perform arithmetic operations. So when we use an arithmetic operator on a non-numeric value, then it tries to convert it to number type. So here, since we are using this plus on a single operand, it will try to convert the value of that operand to number type. What you can also do is, you can also say ID multiplied by 1. So again, this multiply, it is an arithmetic operator. So this operand is already a numeric value, but this operand is going to return us a string value. So this multiply operator will try to convert that string value to number type first, and then it will try to perform the arithmetic operation. So if this expression here returns a string value 5, then it will convert it to number 5, and to that when we are multiplying 1, the result is not going to change and it is going to return us number 5. So this is also something which you can do. I hope you understood this concept. Okay, I'll remove this comment from here. So this is the first step. In the second step, now we know the ID with which we have to find a hotel object. What we are going to do is, from this hotels array, we are going to find a hotel object, and for that, on this I'm going to use the find method. So find is an array method, and using this find method we can find an element from an array which matches a given condition. And this find method, it always returns the first matching element. So here to this find method, we need to pass a callback function. This callback function is going to receive the parameter, let's call it EL. So this EL is going to receive the element of this hotels array for each iteration. Basically, this find method, it is going to loop over each element of this hotels array, and for each iteration, it is going to pass that hotel object to this EL parameter. So here I can also call it as hotel. Okay, and from that hotel, we want to check if the ID of that hotel. So here I can say hotel.id, if it matches this ID value. If it matches that ID value, in that case, that hotel object will be returned, and we want to assign it to a variable, and let's simply call it as hotel. Okay, and here I can also remove this parenthesis because here we just have a single line of code and we have a single parameter. So I don't need to include this parameter inside a parenthesis. And if you're writing this code within curly braces like this, using arrow function syntax, then since this statement here, it is written inside curly braces, here you need to use the return keyword in order to return the value. But if you are not writing it within curly braces, then an implicit return keyword will be added. So you don't need to write that return keyword. Even if you try to use it here like this, it will throw an error. So you will not be able to use it. Okay, so this find method here, it is going to return us a hotel object whose ID matches the value of this ID variable. And if it does not find any hotel with the given ID, in that case, it is going to return undefined. So in that case, undefined will be assigned to this hotel. Now here, for now, let's assume that we have received a hotel object. So now we are going to send that hotel object in the response. For that, let's say response dot status. So first I'm setting the status to 200 dot, and here I want to send a JSON response. So I'm going to use this JSON method. To that, I'm going to pass an object. Here, I'm going to set the status to success. Okay. Then again, I'm going to use enveloping. So here I'm going to create a data property, and in that data property, I'm going to wrap the hotel object which I want to send in the response. All right, and here I'm not doing the explicit assignment to this hotel property. I'm not explicitly assigning this hotel variable because since the name are same, JavaScript is smart enough to understand that to this hotel property, it has to assign the value stored in this hotel variable. All right, with this, let's save the changes. And now we are going to pass this getHotelById method as a route handler function for this route. So here I'll say hotel controller dot getHotelById. Let's save the changes and let's test this endpoint. So let's go to Postman, and from there, let's say I want to fetch that hotel object whose ID is 5. If I send this request, you will see in the response we have received an object where the status is success, and in the data property we have an object where we have a hotel property, and that hotel property is storing the details of the hotel object with ID 5. So this is the name of the hotel, this is the type of the hotel, this is the rating, city, country, and price per night. So you see, in the response, now we are receiving a hotel object with a given ID. Now, if I specify an ID here with which we do not have a hotel object, and if I send the request, you'll see that we have still received the response, but this data property is storing an empty object and the status is still success. And here also you will see that the status code is 200 because that's what we have set here. But in this case, when a hotel object with a given ID is not found, in that case, instead of returning status code 200, we want to return status code 404, which means not found. So for that, before sending this response, we are going to check if this hotel is storing a truthy value. Remember that the find method is going to return undefined if it is not able to find any hotel object with a given ID. So in that case, it will return undefined. So this hotel will be assigned with undefined, and undefined is a falsy value. So here I'll use not operator to convert it to true, and if this condition satisfies, that means we have not found any hotel object with the given ID. In that case, I'm going to return a response. So for that, again, I'm going to use the response object. On that, I'm going to use status method to set the status code to 404. And in the response, I'm going to send a JSON data using this JSON method. And in there, I'm going to send the status as fail. And I'm also going to specify a message property here. And in the message, let's say hotel with ID, and then let's use the ID property here. The ID variable is not found. You can give a more meaningful message here, but here I'm simply going to say hotel with ID, and then the ID value is not found. With this, let's save the changes. And there is one more thing which you need to remember. Here, after this if statement has executed, after that, it will also try to send the response again. So what we need to do here is, once we have sent this response to the client, we will simply return from here so that this code will not get executed. Only if the if condition fails, then only we want to come to this part of the code and send a response. But if this if condition is true, that means if no hotel is found with a given ID, then we simply want to send this response and we want to return from this function. So I'm going to use the return keyword here. With this, let's save the changes. Let's go to Postman, and now let's try to test this. So now when I send a request with an ID with which we do not have any hotel object, you see the status code is 404. That means not found. And in the response, you will see status as fail and message as hotel with ID 12 is not found. Let me also format this. Okay, so now it is fine. But if I specify an ID, let's say 2, with which we have a hotel object, and if I send the request, in that case, we should receive that hotel object in the response. Okay. All right. So this is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.